Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are back again with another amazing review. Welcome to 24K Movies, Reviews, Television Shows, and Video Gamings. I'm your triumphant host, the Game Ninja. Welcome to the Heart of Gamer Nation. This is my dojo, and this is my review. So you may ask yourself, what could I be talking about? Because there ain't too much on TV, there ain't too much on streaming. What could I possibly be reviewing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have something for you. Shogun, that new FX series. I heard about it because it had my boy from The Last Samurai in it. He's in so many movies, very talented actor. And I just wanted to give it a go. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Being a gamer, I love period times. I love feudal Japan. I love English in merry old England during the, times of the Black Death. I love period pieces, movies and games. And I play a lot of Japanese games, a lot, and the period is not lost on me. It was a time of honor, violence, seppuku, absolution, and a time of turmoil and change. An enemy may be an enemy today, but a friend tomorrow. It's one of the famous sayings. But this series, I just got through the first 2 episodes, and I'm going to say it's absolutely amazing. If you are a fan of that time period, if you are of the genre during this time period, you would love this. Absolutely loves this. The name of the series, again, is Shogun. And I can't say enough about it. Within watching the first 2 episodes, now remember, this is FX. But I was shocked at the amount of authenticity it had in it, both from a violent standpoint, a feudal standpoint, a sexual standpoint. It's just a very direct way of transporting you back to this time period during the change in Japan. And it's basically politics with the world governing itself, dividing up countries the way they see fit. Both the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Catholics, the Protestant, England, and Japan being on the line of battle between the siege. And without getting too much spoilers into it, unfortunately, there is a lot of Japanese in it, but it's a Japanese series. You know that by the name, Shogun. It's there in the title. But there is some English and there are subtitles. I know a lot of people hate reading subtitles because you don't want to sit there and look down and then miss the action that's going on. I get it. So this series may not be for everybody. But if you are a fan of the genre, a fan of the time, a fan of the era, and a fan of what happened during the history of Japan's transition, it was a wild, wild east. I'm not going to say wild, wild west because we were over the west. They were the east. The sun may rise where you come from, but it sets here. But it's very authentic in its way how it handles things. Having said that, there is a lot of seppuku. There is a lot of Bushido, Catholicism, as well as Protestant. Buddha was also referred to in the series. It was a time during turmoil and change, both with religion, life, trade, and modernization of countries that were on the cusp. It was really quick when Japan went from shoguns and samurais and bowguns to suits and ties with no top knot, and the sword being just a status symbol. The show encapsulates the time period absolutely wonderful. I can't say enough about that. Um, my girl from Monarch is in this. Like I said, there's a lot of talented actors and actresses in this series. Some of them I'm familiar with, some of them I'm not, but all of them bring forward their A game, and I like the way this series presents it in a non bullshit way. It's just in your face. And if you haven't seen the trailer, go and check the trailer out. Um, it's something in here for everybody, but if you are a particular historian during the time of, Black England, um, feudal Japan, um, modernizing Spain and Portugal, as well as, that whole time period. It was just a volatile shift of ideals, concepts, and there was a lot of backstabbing, cutthroat, undercutting. There's a lot to unpack. But the series did it very well. It did it in such a way that you could follow along. And there was enough English for you to understand what's going on as well. Um, Having said that, it is reminiscent to The Last Samurai because it seems like some of the events that are going on in here happened in The Last Samurai. It seemed like it was around that time period. And there were some things that happened in here where I'll just go ahead and state it. There's a Caucasian guy. He's in Japan. A Japanese warlord, for some reason, wants to talk to him. They have a conversation. He sees nothing more at first, but as things unfold, he realizes there's more to this Englishman or American. Like I said, both films are parallel. This is a TV series, but both things are parallel. And just like in both series, somehow this foreigner ends up saving and protecting and fighting against this Japanese warlord. And it's kind of an honor thing to protect someone. And I don't know where the series is going to go from here, but I like the way it's shaping up because the main evil antagonist that we see, there is not just one side to him. He's multi-dimensional. And as the series goes from episode 1 to 2, you see that dynamic shift and change. Because at first, he's the main antagonist. He's the main villain. But as the series goes forward, you start to see that his back is against the wall in a place where there's other people that may be playing him as well. The same way he looks at this Japanese warlord and the way he's trying to end him and his reign, other figureheads are shifting to do the same thing to him. And he starts to catch on that there's something more going on than this foreigner just being brought to this capital, being brought to this actual place, this capital city in Osaka. And it's exciting. I hate the fact that we have to do this week to week bullshit because that's TV. And let's just face it, it's 2024. We are a streamed electronical digital society. Give us the full meal and let us go. So, amongst the array of nothingness out there in the sea, we have some beautiful prospects that seem to be going good. I did the Rick and Michonne series, The Ones Who Live. I was doing Halo. I will give you my thoughts on that later. Season 2 of Halo. And now we have Shogun. And I must say, after watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, this was refreshing, definitely more adult, and it is a slow burn, but I get what they're trying to establish in this lore. Like I said, once again, the series is called Shogun. It's on FX, and it's absolutely brilliant. it's another one of those things that you get glued to and you can't take your eyes off. I had a chance to watch episodes 1 and 2 back to back, and I am thoroughly entertained. Surprised at somewhere. See, look, I grew up where FX was just a regular TV series on a TV network, and they were held to the same TV standards. But there were some scenes in here where I was just like, whoa, 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 wait. This is FX? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to ruin the scenes for you, but I will say there's a particularly lusty scene between two ladies that well, a lady and a gentleman. You'll get it when you watch it. And there was a few scenes of one in particular. There is a man who spoke out of turn when his warlord was speaking to the Regent Council. And for speaking out of turn and offense like that, you're normally killed on the spot. But he asked his warlord, because he was speaking up for him. He saw them trying to shaft his warlord and lie and try to impeach him, and he took offense. Unfortunately, these things in that type of society are taken as a high sign of disrespect and dishonor. So he asked for permission to end his life and his family lines, which mean his child. And the scene goes there, where he has to end his life and his child's, which is a baby. And they didn't sugarcoat it. They just let it be what it was. And unfortunately, shit like this did go down. Like I said, honor was a very high thing amongst samurai, shoguns, boguns, genin, ronin, junin. Honor was pretty much the highest. I mean, unless you were like a ninja and you had no honor and you just killed people in the dark and wore a mask and hid your face. I mean, even some of them were fighting to regain their honor, but it was all about honor. But this series is Shogun, and I'm starting to see where they're going with it. And I can see that anybody here at any time can pretty much die. I hope it doesn't happen, but they're being realistic in their way that they portray this series, its time, and its characters. And the heads have rolled. There's been quite a few unalivingments moments so far in this series. And none of them are lost on me. But, like I said, so far, so good. What will we give this series? This is platinum. 100% without no equivocations. This is a platinum series. Like I said before, when it comes to TV series, I like to binge watch them so I get the full meal, so I can digest everything. But since I can't, I will just say, don't F it up. You have the ball. You're running into the end zone. There's nobody in front of you. It's just your job not to drop the ball and to score. And right now, you are in prime territory to score. I love this series. It's called Shogun. Give it a whistle and a holler and check it out. It's on FX. If you got the streaming app, stream it. If you can download it, download it. If you have FX on demand, like, there's a bunch of different ways you could watch this. I would say go ahead and do it. I was thoroughly surprised when I heard about it, but like I said, with the array of actors and the hype that I was seeing being put into this thing, it intrigued me, and I've never been happier to be right about a project so far. So we'll see where this goes from week to week, but as of right now, they have a banger on their hands, and it's awesome. This is a series Netflix, Amazon, or HBO should have picked up and run with it. I don't know how they didn't get their hands on a series like this, but FX has done it right. But then again, I did like The Strain on FX, and The Strain was one of my favorite TV shows. Throwing up worms in people's mouths aside, that is, ugh. To this day, I cannot watch some of those scenes, especially the end. throwing, you understand, when blood lands on you, these little wormy things crawl in like parasites all over your body. But to grab somebody and blah, throw up these thousands of worms into their eyes and mouth, and bro, I am not over it. It has been almost a decade, and I'm not over it. I'm not over it. Not over it. No. Sorry. Very few things freak me out. Now, I wonder if they're going to stay channeled in realism in this, because there was a gentleman who was disfigured and disformed as one of the regents, and he hid his face behind like a mask. Well, not a mask, but like a divider. And I'm wondering, are they going to go as far as to bring some of the things that were said to exist during this time? Dragons, spirits, demons, things that people believed in during this time. And I almost don't want them to, because I want them to stay as grounded as they possibly could. But during this time, a lot of things happened that couldn't be explained. So I don't know if they're going to venture into the mysticism of the time period. If they do, cupcakes. If they don't, cupcakes. It's all good. Super duper. We're making television. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from the Game Dojo, thank you for joining me for another review. I would say check out Shogun. Check out Shogun. I think they're up to episode 2. They may be coming up on episode 3, but I was just able to watch episode 1 and 2, and I am absolutely blown away by it. So if you get a chance to check out Shogun, do so. Highly recommend it. I'm the Game Ninja from the Game Dojo. I'll check you guys out later. Shogun, platinum. Absolutely platinum. Till next time, check you guys out from the Game Dojo. Shogun.